Hey guys, Eric here from Jeff Max Supply. Today we're going to talk about patching small inclusions, knots, things of that nature, and basically repairing wood with a wood patch. It can be used in really any number of applications. You can try and hide that patch, or you could also try and make that patch as visible as possible and make it a unique aesthetic piece to your table. So what we're going to need for this, we're going to need some of our template tape, a patch template. You'll notice that this patch template, perfect fit for the 2x2 patches that are available as well. And we're gonna need our router, a few miscellaneous things such as wood glue, but relatively easy project for today. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm gonna take my template, I'm gonna put it over my router bit. Notice I don't have my battery on my router. I'm gonna put it up to my bearing and make sure my bearing is riding on my template, but I'm going to take my patch, I'm gonna sit it right next to my router bit. Realistically, what I want is I want this patch to sit just the tiniest bit proud after I glue my patch in, so that as we go to sand down, I'm just sanding down that patch and making everything nice and smooth. I don't actually want to make them the same height, and I also definitely don't want it to sit deeper than my patch thickness. So I'm actually going to take another patch here, sit it on top, and I can feel it hitting the router bit here. That lets me know that I want to take this bit and I want to lower it just a little bit. Now, if I take my other patch here, run it over the top, I'm not hitting my router bit at all. I know that this router bit is actually going to go less deep than the patch itself, therefore leaving my patch a little bit proud, which is exactly how I want it. I've got a couple of patches here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit them over top of my defect, and I'm basically going to decide whether or not that is a good color match. My grain lines are lining up, and these are all things that you're going to want to take into consideration before you just start throwing patches in. Is it better this way? Is it better this way? And I feel like probably this direction is our best option. Matching this grain line with this grain line here kind of gives me the best option, especially with this kind of lighter color to go with this lighter color, the darker to go with the darker. So I'm going to use this particular patch in this location. You can kind of see, although they're the same species of wood, in my professional opinion, it doesn't look as nice as the patch that we had previous to this one, even if I spin it around. So I'm definitely going to use the patch that has the varying colors to make it a little bit easier. Got my template tape applied to my template. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this template over the top of my patch. So I'm gonna hold down the patch with my finger, slide the template right over the top, press down firmly, and voila, we have our patch laid exactly where we want it. I now know my grain lines are still going to match where I had them before. Perfect alignment every time. I just kind of use the edge, fit it in, make sure that it fits properly before I peel up my template. Putty knife underneath the template, pop it up. This is the way I want it. I'm just gonna flip it over, take a little bit of wood glue, squeeze it down in my hole, paint the edges as well as the bottom, apply it to my patch. Once I pop that patch down in, press it down. If you really want to ensure that you're getting a good fit, take a rubber mallet, tap it down slightly. But there you have it. And you will notice I'm hitting the edge of that patch, and that's exactly what I want. As I go to sand it down, it's going to be perfectly flush and smooth. So that's it for the patches, being able to fill some small little knots, voids, checks in your wood. If you have any questions, definitely let us know. Thank you so much.